alone, nothing outside this journey, whole world walking, completely at home, every step. Everywhere I needed, wherever you turn, it's you, intimately you, your true face. Computer screen, birdsong, mat, chair, light on the floor, shadow, wherever you turn. Now it's exactly me. That ephemeral reflection, this boundless true nature, exactly one fact. Now I'm not it. There's nothing like I. Dwelling nowhere. And yet, one infinitely dynamic world, one bright pearl, one turning. This very body, this whole symphony of a world in phenomenal detail. There is no other emptiness than this. No other self but this. As Tozan puts it, he merged with thusness, suchness, way of speaking, things exactly as they are, sourceless, empty, and yet just this. Now it's exactly me. Now I'm not it. There's a quote from Marguerite Poiret that resonates. She's the 13th century mystic and author who was burned at the stake for being a woman and writing. Poiret wrote, "I say that I love, but I lie, for I am not." Such authenticity. I say that I love, but I lie, for I am not. Just this. Tozan went on to become a great teacher, co-founder of the Soto sect. You, dear students and Dharma siblings, are departing east and west. But you should go directly to the place of no grass, over 10,000 miles. Lurking behind Tozan's instruction is the presumption that Ango, Sesshin, is a place of no distraction. Is that what we've been doing here? And when the last bell rings, Tozan tells us we should go directly to the place where there is not one blade of grass, not one distraction, not one concept, no delusions, no thing, no speck of dust, no trace of separation. He could be saying, go straight to it and be utmost precise. Go to the world of boundless clarity. Go to the intimate fact of who you truly are. Go to the undivided, unhindered, open awareness we've been cultivating, exploring, returning to with every click, every breath, every step. How will you do it? Tozan asks. How will you go to the place of no grass over 10,000 miles? About a year ago, I listened to a talk by Henry on this koan. Actually, I often listen to them at night while going to sleep, so it takes a few nights sometimes. But there was this one line in that talk that's still vivid. I recall it. Maybe because it's so near in our practice. It's something like this. The place of no grass is not somewhere else. It has to be the only place it can be. Here. Always here. So what about Tozan's prodding? What's he inviting? What's he asking? If we think leaving the world of not one thing and returning to the world of activity involves two worlds, that is delusive thinking. Grass. If you think the world of mu is awakening and the everyday world is grass, that's delusion. If you experience mu, come home to mu, then stick to it. I got it. This is it. This is perfect. I'm not going anywhere, not looking for anything more. That is abundant grass. And to arrive at enlightenment, even great enlightenment, grass. What is there to attain? Even to think you cannot go out of the gate, however encouraging, I cannot leave you. Really? That's grass. On another level, maybe deeper, even body and mind fallen away. Delusion. From the beginning, there's nothing to fall away. Fallen away. That's what this is. That's what this is. This boundless, sourceless world. But to say that is grass. How will you go to the place of no grass over 10,000 miles? Sekiso, hearing about Tozan's instruction, adds his comment. When you go out of the gate, there is grass. The time that Tozan was teaching in that period, mid-9th century, the government was persecuting Buddhists. Tozan was so well known that nobody bothered him. Sekiso hid as a layperson for 3 years, making pots in a commune of potters. At the end of the persecution, it's historically ended at 847, one of the monks who had been at that summer anga with Tozan met with Sekiso. And Sekiso asked what Tozan taught. The monk replied, relaying this teaching about going out of the gate, no grass. Sekiso says, go out the gate and immediately there's grass. So the monk goes back to Tozan, tells him this, and Tozan says, that is a saying of a teacher of 1,500 monks, which turned out to be true. When Sekiso went back to teaching, he had a monastery with 1,500 monks. And we are here. All of this here. When you go out of the gate, there is grass. On one level, this is a warning to go out the gate and look for some place of no grass, as if that's what it will take to keep practicing grass. But Sekiso is also encouraging us. Keep on practicing and clarify the world of day-to-day life. Take your practice into the world just as it is. Weeds and all. Nothing is wasted. It can't be. 100 years later, Tayo, an outstanding Zen layperson, it's called, hears Tozan's famous teaching and says, I would say, even if you don't go out of the gate, grass is abundant everywhere. What inside and outside? Look into it. It's looking into it, and how readily that boundary begins to give way. Dogen has this teaching, we know, learn the backward step and shine the light inward. Really make that turn. And inside, outside dissolves. Sitting in Zazen, the whole world is sitting. The furniture in the room, the sounds, tree outside, the ocean between us. Whatever you call up, sun, moon, stars, galaxies, your whole body in 10 directions, near, far, up, down, by what measure can we limit it? One world, including our concepts, our delusions, our struggles, including all the pain and the joy. Including isn't even precise enough. You might wonder about the connection between this koan, the ingathering, set apart experience of a 3-month monastic Ango, and a 3-day virtual session where we get up from the cushion and are immediately at home in our daily lives. What gate never left home? Put another way, this is the gate. Gateless gate. Oh, I suddenly recalled this verse from Rumi. The last line is, I realize I've been knocking from inside the room. After all this time. This is the gate. One of the sutras tells of an exchange between Shakyamuni Buddha and Manjusri, the bodhisattva of great wisdom. Famous sutra, famous story. One day Shakyamuni saw Manjusri standing outside the gate. Buddha says, Manchu, why don't you come inside the gate? Manjusri said, there's nothing outside the gate. Why do you ask me to come inside the gate? Outside, inside, grass, no grass. From the beginning, beginningless beginning, there's no gate. No gate. In another sutra, Manjusri asks the pilgrim Sudana to bring one stalk of medicinal herb. I'm not sure, but I feel like this is just circling around Henry's book. So beautiful. Sudana searches the entire earth and cannot find anything that is not medicine. The whole great earth is medicine. Which stalk shall I bring you? Manchu says, bring one stalk. Sudana bends down, plucks one blade of grass, and hands it to him. Dogen writes, Manjusri held up the single blade, showed it to the assembly and said, this one blade of grass both can kill a person and can give life. See one blade of grass as it truly is, and you, your separate self, cannot survive. See a single blade, and even our sense of separation is whole. Now, immersed, perfectly manifesting this one reality. Suddenly, grass doesn't sound so bad. It's not just medicine. It's treasure. And it's everywhere you turn. I planned to say a word about Wanshi's verse, but this seems like a good place to stop. In the treasury. In the treasury. This treasury, this place of practice and the place of our lives. The treasure chest opens by itself, and one uses the treasure freely. Thank you. Thank you, thank you for all that is shared. Thank you for your practice.